So, hello. So it's the 2nd of July, and this time of year in the garden the hydrangeas really start coming into their own. We've got the mop head varieties. There's hundreds of different cultivars of these. Some of them are lace cap, like this one here. It's called Love You Kiss. Very pretty sort of pink fringes around the outside of the bracts. We've got one here called Mireille. And then we have more of the lace cap varieties. This is a newer one, it's called Blueberry Cheesecake. Then we have Sandra. And then we can go along our hydrangea bed here, and you'll see the very famous Annabelles. These ones are the pink Annabelle, the arborescens pink Annabelle. It has the really big mop head flowers, very delicate leaves, but that one's the pink flowering variety. And then of course we move over to the different varieties of the paniculatas, and they're called that because their flowers are on a panicle. Some of them have lovely red stems, like Wim's Red, this one here. And then we move over to the Quercifolia varieties. This one's a bit unusual because it's got like a yellow foliage to it. It's quite striking, quite different for a hydrangea really. And they're called Quercifolias because they've got more of an oak leaf shape to them. And then we move over to the big velvety leaf varieties of the Sargentianas. These grow quite tall, and they have big sort of purple mop head flowers and these really lush green velvety leaves. Now, one of the classic questions we get asked here in the nursery is, how do you make your hydrangea flower blue? Some people want a blue hydrangea and they've planted it in the garden and it starts flowering pink. And this, as most things in gardening, all comes down to the type of soil you're gardening on. Blue hydrangeas are blue because the soil is acidic, and as a result of that, different mineral elements within the soil are active, and therefore the plant can take them up. And the key element for turning a hydrangea blue is aluminium. In a more alkaline soil, the aluminium element is locked up, and therefore it's not accessible by the plant, which means that the hydrangea then turns pink. There are a couple of different things that you can do, and one of them, if you're gardening on a lime soil and you want a blue hydrangea, is to put some aluminium sulphate, and it's called hydrangea colorant, and it's quite an easy product to get hold of through most sort of horticultural suppliers and in garden centres. And on the back of the box or the tub, there will be sort of your planting and your application guides, and you dilute it into your watering can, and you just water this hydrangea colorant round the base of your plant just before the growing season starts, so it kind of trickles down, and then the plant is able to take it up and ingest it, and then your hydrangeas will turn blue. This is the one that we stock here, and it's got aluminium sulphate as the active ingredient. Now, if you wanted to do more of a comprehensive sort of changing of your soil to an acidic soil, it's sulphur. You can add sulphur onto your soil and it makes it acidic. It makes sense then that they are adding aluminium sulphate as the active ingredient here, because it's making your soil around your hydrangea acidic, and it's putting in that key element which makes it blue. So you can end up with lovely blue mop head hydrangeas like this.